Hey Angie, hope you're well. Thank you so much for booking another reading, hon. So yeah, you let me know that you managed to move house. Congratulations! I'm glad all is going wonderful for you. And yeah, so there is this guy. His name's Ruddy, and yeah, you find him attractive. So we'll definitely check this out for you. I'm just gonna read over what you sent me, just so you know that I'm clear. So yeah, you told me that you've moved into a two-family house and the owner lives on the first floor, and you do have a crush on him. He lives alone with his dog, but he doesn't really look your way. So you just want to know like what's going on with him in general, if he's hiding anything. And yeah, you told me that you flirted with him as well. So you think he might know that you're attracted to him, but not too sure. Okay, hon, let's check this out. Let's look. But yeah, I'm happy that you are in a good place and you've moved and you're doing what's good for yourself. So yeah, let's see if we can get some divine assistance for you, hon. Okay. Um, and yes, this is a one question reading. So I will pull some cards to get this question for you answered. Okay. So divine angel spirit guides, can we get a message for Angie's question, please, in regards to Ruddy? What's going on with Ruddy? What is he thinking in regards to Angie? Is there anything he's hiding? And what do we need to know in general? Okay. I'm just going to get a few cards and then we'll get into it, love. Okay. These cards don't always show up that well because they're illuminated, but should be okay. I like these cards for like new beginnings, new storylines, right? Yeah. I can just tell by the energy as well that you're like in this new beginning vibe. So this is really good. Here we can also see the success with your move, your home. This is just letting me know also that in general, moving forward within this new home, okay, there is going to be a sense of progression, success with that decision. Now, interestingly enough, we can kind of see here already that in regards to like Rudy's thoughts, in regards to you, the home, things like that, he's definitely thought about you. Okay, it just looks like it's something he doesn't want to show. Okay, it looks like he wants to um he may have even tried to block some of these thoughts out because I don't look it looks like he's had some sort of thought about you, but he tried to block it out, and I think this might have been to be professional, or we're going to look why this was, but I've seen that there's a reason why he did try to block out some desires that kind of came to mind. It looks like he's considered maybe the convenience of some things here. Okay, but we'll get there. So initially what I'm seeing overall, hun, is that he is aware that of your situation, in the sense where he could see that maybe you've had to struggle, or he's seen you, by yourself. He could be seeing you as a mother here and just saying, okay, you really um, making making things happen for yourself. So you've gotten yourself a place, but it's like he's aware that there could have been some sort of struggle for you, or this is just his perception, right? So maybe he just sees this um, because of your circumstances. Okay, but he's pretty content and pretty fulfilled with you being there. Okay, it's just you as well, your child. He kind of feels like, yeah, there's a good dynamic there. Okay. Now I do see the energy of what you're saying here, where he's like, it doesn't pay much attention. I'm seeing it here and here. But although he's not paying that much attention, he kind of is. He's just not showing it to you, which is kind of interesting. And I'll be very honest, he's thought sexual thoughts. He has. I'm gonna have to look deeper and see like what's the root of his thoughts, his feelings. You know, where does it go? If it's just surface level or not. But I mean, I think he's had those sexual thoughts and then he just kind of tries to block it out. Okay, he probably thinking, okay, maybe it's not appropriate to be thinking like that, or maybe, you know, it looks like he sees you as a genuine person. So I don't think he wants to um just be thinking like that, right? So I feel like he's trying to hold himself to a position, or he's trying to hold himself to something, right? Okay. What else am I picking up here before I get more cards? So yeah, you said he is on the first floor, right? And you're in this house. There's something about when he like returns home. Um, hmm. Okay, so it just looks like there's times where he could have a lot of different things on his mind. Okay, it looks like he's got some of his own stuff. Um, that sometimes he's dealing with. So I do see that sometimes when you may feel like he's not paying much attention to you, it's not actually all personal. Okay, it looks like sometimes he's just in this mind space in general with people where he's not necessarily wanting to be bothered, but it could have something to do with something he was dealing with outside of the home or something that's like on his mind, right? So this is just like something going on within his own personal world, and it can also maybe affect how he comes across at times. I want to say you could seem a bit more like what's the word, like he's not really giving much expression, okay? Or there could even be other times where he seems maybe no, not necessarily to you, but just more like he's put a wall up. But it just looks like this is more of his way of protecting himself, either when he's in his mind or when he feels like he just needs like some time or space to himself. Okay, so the divine is saying here to there's something about like a way or giving something a bit of time, and in this time, okay, um you allow him to kind of open up naturally, okay. You want him to kind of soften a bit, and in the meantime, whilst he's kind of figuring some things out for himself on his side, it's like a good time for you to, it looks like there's something good for you to get understanding on, like with what you're doing on your side. It could be something to do with you and your child, or just something to do with something you desire outside of Ruddy. It might be like a personal goal or a passion or something. I'm getting like an achievement, like something you might want to achieve. Honestly though, I cannot stop picking up on some of these sexual thoughts, and it's very specific, so I don't know if you would want me to get that specific on like the sexual thoughts that I'm picking up, but it's very, it's jumping out at me a lot. So I mean, if you've wondered, okay, has he thought about you in that way? He has. He just looks like he's got, he kind of looks like he's able to kind of hold that side of him down, which I guess is a good thing, right? It's like he's having these thoughts and you can't really see it like that. Okay, he's able to not display that, right? But again, it does look like he tries to, it does look like he's trying to hold this back on purpose, okay? I feel like he just wants to see if things are going to be successful with you first for a bit of time. He doesn't want to be too hasty, I get it. And it's not even that he's not trying to be too hasty, because he doesn't really know what's going to come of this situation here. He just got a few thoughts in his mind, but I can see that he just wants to see if the house situation is going to progress well, okay, or just the situation with you being there, okay, how things are naturally just going to progress between you both, like the dynamic. So it kind of looks like, yeah, there's something that could be a good focus here for you. Let me have a look at that. Divine, what are we getting here, please? Whilst Rudy is opening, softening, what is this focus, please, for Angie? Okay, it's you and your child for sure, but it could be if there's something that you are maybe getting organized, or if it's something, oh, Spirit is saying he's gonna like present something to you when he's kind of balanced out his energy. Okay, that's why Spirit is saying, yeah, you don't actually have to do much. You can just sit back and be receptive. It's almost like you here being in your feminine energy, just receiving. Okay, it's like he might not come straight away. This could be, yeah, this could be him just coming to say something to you, but he just seems to like be smiling or pleasant, or he might kind of, I don't know, I feel like this is giving me like an energy where he could suggest something, or he might just say something that just seems like he's just opened up a bit more, right? And I feel like this would be him, like he won't really know exactly what he's doing just yet, but he just wants to see, okay, if you're receptive to him or whatever he's bringing your way. But again, this is going to be him doing this after um, he's kind of made himself aware of how things are going with the house situation for a while. It seems like this is his way of building trust with you, even just as like a tenant, right? Like trust in regards to like the agreements, or um this could be anything from like the house agreement to like the way of the house, or the dynamic of the house, or the way the house is kept, or just the energy, right, exchange between you both. If it's always like pleasant, there's just something that he just wants to see, like, okay, is this good dynamic? I feel good about it. Is it going to be set in stone? So although things may already seem positive, he's just giving it time before he fully opens up, just to see if this is set in stone. And this is just kind of his usual way of building trust. So again, I don't see this as anything personal, okay? So again, it's saying that the more that you kind of use this time, okay? Because Spirit is saying as well, if there's a period where you feel like, okay, I'm still a bit unsure about, you know, his feelings and stuff in regards to you, if there are any, etc. If you're still in that place where you feel a bit uncertain, okay, yeah, it's you kind of getting in your Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. So it's you being receptive, but it's also you focusing on self-care, or it could be care with you in your child, but it might just be more like things to do with you and your child, like playing, or let's say if it's not, if it's not things that you need to do personally, like if you're trying to achieve something or personal goals, it could just be you just like opening yourself up to more fulfillment. Okay, and this could just be doing things that you and your son likes to do, or just things where yeah, if your son is busy doing something um that makes him happy, there could be something that you're doing. This could even be like pampering yourself. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. It's like, yeah, this energy of just, I don't know, like it's really giving strong self-care vibes. um hmm. Yeah, I feel like there's something as well soon he's gonna notice about you. I feel like it would be one, the consistency within your energy, and two, something about how you either take care of yourself, or the love that is evident between the love that's evident that you have for yourself, and or the love that's evident that you have for you and your child. There's something he was gonna notice, but it's almost like he's gonna want to see something. We're gonna get more into that in a second. But okay. So right now he's just waiting, he's just seeing. Okay, this is just his like way of building trust. Let's have a look at some of the initial thoughts he was having then. Like I said, I won't get too much into the sexual thoughts. I'll just let you know if there were sexual thoughts. But if you do want if you do rather more specifics and stuff, and you like at any point, um, if you want to book readings, like another reading, like I can always get more into those specifics, but I know not everyone likes to, get all into that, so I'm not just going to do that, just in case, hun. But okay, so Spirit, what was you thinking initially, please, in regards to Angie? What were some of these thoughts he was having? The Magician card. Oh. Do you know what this means? So he knows basically, like, it's almost like in a guy's mind, okay, if they see someone, they kind of know whether they would or they wouldn't, okay, and this is just sexually speaking. He knows that he would, okay, if that was just something that he was to go after. Now, just because he would, he doesn't mean that he's going to do it. But it's almost like, you know, if you're like, you see someone, you kind of make a choice about them, or you kind of think like, oh, you know, are they attractive, or um yeah. Hmm. What's he pointing out? There's something he's pointing out. Oh, okay. It's something to do with, oh, he's curious about your child's father. Wow, that's interesting. I'm like, who's this man he's pointing at? He doesn't know if he'd be blocked from wanting to pursue something with you anyway. So he's not wanting to show up in a way where it's like, yeah, I do desire you, and being all too flirty when he doesn't know. I think he's trying to give time as well to like be more aware of like what's going on around you. He wants to know if anyone's gonna come and visit you. Oh my gosh. He wants to know if any males are going to come to the house and visit you. He's trying to see if you're dating. Are you single? Are you still with your child's... Well, I don't think he thinks you're with your child's father because you've moved here, and he's assumed that maybe you've had to kind of make this move and you've gone through this struggle by yourself, but he sees that you've been successful with it, but he doesn't know if maybe someone could reappear, or if you're dating, seeing someone else. I see that he does want to make himself more aware just overall of what's going on, and his way of doing this is like kind of I want to say like discreetly paying attention to the subtle things. So even if you feel like he's not directly paying attention to you, he's looking at what's going on around. And like I said, there are times where he is paying attention to you, but again, he wants to know if you are also like being intimate with anyone. This is so funny. He's it's almost like he's thinking like, yeah, like you're right up there. Like you're right there. Um but I just don't think he wants to get in the way if there's someone else that could either be trying to pursue you at this time or is being intimate with you at this time. It's like he just wants to know that. Also, what else is he thinking about? Oh, there's something else he's pointing out here. What's that, please, Spirit? Okay, so he seems to be pretty comfortable and content in his current position right now. So it's almost as if he's open to see where things could go, right? But he doesn't know. Like he just doesn't know. Just like my no card, this is my yes card. So he knows that he would be open to certain things. Let's say if you were to like, I'm not. This is not advising you to do this, by the way. I'm just hypothetically. Let's say this was like boys talking to their boys, and they're like, oh, you know, um would you get with her, or would you sleep with her? More specifically, in his mind, he's like, yeah, I would sleep with her. Now, in regards to the rest, whether he knows could he have a commitment with you, he's not clear on all of that yet. Okay, so he's kind of just open to where it goes, and I see he doesn't just want to pursue you, trying to be intimate with you, because he doesn't know if you being in this place with him, he doesn't know like what obstacle he could run into there. So he kind of feels like he'd have to see like what more of the possibilities are before just acting upon like a initial possibility that's there. And so far, you know, he doesn't think that would be wise to just kind of move on like lust and sexual urges. So it's good to see that he is like thinking from a higher place, right? But also, I do see though, like if it was a thing where you were to just, you know, put it on him again, this is not advising you to do this, you know, he would he would say yes, right? He would probably be like, he could say something, or we could ask a question, maybe like, is there someone else, right, or something like that. But again, I'm not advising you to do that at all, because that wouldn't bring a desired result. But it's just so you have clarity on where his head's at. So it's not that he doesn't desire you, because he would say yes to it, but the reason he's not pursuing you for it is because he knows that pursuing something too quickly when he doesn't have enough clarity on what he's being open to and where things could go, if anywhere, it doesn't put him in a position where he's at an advantage. Okay, he wants to have an advantage with whatever choice he makes. He doesn't want to ruin the stability as well, because he's obviously thinking about the whole home situation. So he doesn't want to make things shaky. Okay. And I think he's aware that um he has to kind of balance out how he's giving you this attention. So there could be times where you feel like he's not really looking in your direction. It's kind of strategic. Okay, it's kind of strategic. I feel like he doesn't want to do too much to what's the word? He doesn't want to do too much when he's not sure what he can do. Okay, so he's just trying to keep things kind of in a good space right now, where he's still figuring things out. But I do feel like he does know that you do have some sort of like yeah, I feel like he kind of has some awareness that you feel good in regards to him. But I'm gonna look deeper to see, like, does he know that you are attracted to him? It feels like he has an idea, but he's not sure as well. But he has an idea, but he's not sure. um I feel like he's more sure that you do than you don't. But again, he's kind of hesitant. He just wants to know if someone else is in the picture, because it's like he doesn't want to move things along with you, and then like some other guy shows up to the house and then he has issues because he's there and then you live there, and it just looks like something to do with that. So I feel like he could try to be um strategic after a while, and just try to like get clarity, and just kind of seem like he's being social, and then, you know, but prior to that, he's gonna just want to see like if anyone shows up. Okay. It's like he just doesn't want to run into any obstacles, so he's telling himself no until he gets clarity. Yeah, he's telling himself no until he gets clarity, so he doesn't run into any obstacles, okay, that he's not aware of yet. So it's almost like he's trying to not move too fast, okay, just in case. Just in case. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, wow. There is so much sexual energy all over this, hun. It is. It's definitely there. Okay. Um, does he have any like hidden feelings in regards to you so far? Because we've got a lot of desires and passion, but obviously it's, you know, he can see that, yeah, there's a lot of desires and attraction. I feel like he still needs to see more of you. Um, there's something as well to get more of his attention. Like I said, something about the next 2 weeks. Okay, next 2 weeks, and even like the next 2 months. I want to say summer period. Okay, you could decide, or it'd be good, like if you decide to just like take action on like your inspired ideas to like do things that you enjoy or feel passionate about. It could even be like something you're wearing, right? um it's just like you doing what you feel passionate about, right? Even like you and your, whether it's you by yourself or you and your child, or it could just be you getting out of the house, or getting dressed up to go out of the house, or like going outside to play like some sports. Oh my gosh, there could be something here. I'm getting something here about like sports and like a potential for all three of you guys to interact, but this could happen during the summer depending upon if he sees an opportunity, because it's almost like you could do something, okay, outside, right, and he could like see or walk past, right, and even if the first time he doesn't say anything, it's almost like if he just sees you kind of doing your own thing and not really paying so much attention to him, but like if you see him, like you, then you'll pay attention to him, but it's like as he appears, and it's like, you know, like a quick little thing, it's like he's going to want to see more, he's going to want to pursue more, but initially he may just pursue just to kind of like say something. You just kind of notice like he's kind of going to start to find reasons to just say something. But yeah, like he's looking at you behind your back. And he does find you attractive. Okay. There's just something about you going out, getting out more, or June, July, August. Yeah, something's gonna happen between those months, okay? Where you're gonna see him show a bit more of like his desire, or he may even say something a bit flirty, or he could maybe do some things to try and get you to notice him. Okay, he might try to appear a bit more attractive. Okay, once he sees that you're focused on like your desires, he's going to start to want your attention a bit more, like okay, you know. But this is after he's kind of seen that, okay, like things have been going well with her, because now he already sees that things are going well, but this is at the 4, so he's going to give it a bit more time. This could be him giving it about maybe like 2 more weeks or something, um or there could be something about, I don't know if it's something about like a 6 week something, or 6 to 8 weeks, but there's something where he's, once he sees that like things are progressively going in a good direction, he's going to want to show up kind of in places to see if you notice him, if you pay attention to him. But again, there's just something about him wanting to see, like, you know, could anyone just like pull up, you know, or where you go. Yeah, he's really trying to see that. Okay, cool. Let me see. Oh, so with his dog as well, there could be some. That's probably why we're getting the outdoors thing so much, because it's like he could at times. It could be something about you even maybe like going for walks or something. But it's like if you're outdoors, okay, I feel like, I don't know, you could bump into him when he's returning home, okay? Because I was like, why is this keep something about this when he returns home? But it's almost like something back in the summer, okay, you could be looking good, you could be feeling good, or the sun might just boost your mood, right? It could be boosting his mood, and it's like there's something about like this passionate energy in summer and taking inspired action. I feel like he's gonna feel more inclined to do so. But it might even just be him deciding, oh, you know, I'm gonna go walk my dog, and then you could just be like out there, either enjoying the weather for yourself, or getting ready to go somewhere, or you know, having some fun time with your child, like whatever it is. I feel like being outside, that could prompt him to spark some conversation or to say something, okay, during the summertime. So there's just something about you focusing on like, okay, what feels good for you to do right now, What are you passionate about doing? And then letting him kind of be attracted to your energy, right? Once he's kind of opened up. Because right now he's already attracted to what he sees, but he's kind of stopping himself from um he's kind of stopping himself from like coming in your direction too much, because he wants to just build trust, and he doesn't want to mess anything up, okay, if there is something going on that he's unaware of. Okay. um okay. Yeah, it also looks like he's probably trying to figure out whether there's someone else that could help you. Maybe like it's like he's trying to figure out, like, okay, are you financially looking after things yourself, or again, is there someone else um that could be helping you in some way that's just not around? But I feel like he thinks that you've kind of got that covered. So far with the clarity that he's got going on, because he's thinking, okay, it could be your child's father for understandable reasons, obviously. If there's like money as well and stuff for the child, but it's like he just wants clarity and like, okay, what's the dynamic there? Like, is there still emotion there? Is it cleared? Is it okay. Um how is he gonna, okay, so after, I know he's gonna like try pay attention himself to figure that out, but also what he's gonna do, you're gonna notice, like, he'll just be open, okay, listening. If you were to speak to him, he'd be open to see what you say, just to pick up on information, okay. Rather than trying to seem like he's being too invasive, he'll just be open to see what you say. But again, there's something about you both being in this energy, right? Because he's in this Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups here as well. So it's like he's kind of content, and then something about you being in this content energy as well. So you're both in this nine energy, and then all that's left is for oh, him to give you something to be receptive to, because like you'll both be in this receptive energy. But he will need to take some sort of action, right? Because this is feminine energy for both of you. Um, but once he decides to take action, okay, he'll be being more assertive from his masculine energy, right? But I feel as though this will come when he sees that you're in this energy where you're just kind of content, right? And you feel good with him around, but it's like you're not distracted with him around, sort of thing. Um, yeah, because I see something as well. It's like he's getting comfortable, right? It's like the more he gets comfortable with things, the more he's gonna open up. But first he'll just be like comfortable. Then you'll see that, okay, he's just kind of comfortable. He's open up more. Maybe he's not said much just yet, but then he's just going to be saying like, okay, she seems pretty content now. Is He's going to see if you do anything, okay? So it's going to be best for you to, again, just kind of like keep stay on top of the things that you need to do during this time. I feel like you staying busy, and I don't mean busy like, oh, you're always working, you've always got something to do. Like, you being busy could be you being busy relaxing, or you being busy like having some play, or you being busy having some self-care, or you being busy like focusing on like a goal or something. But there's something about you kind of looking at, okay, how can I fill up my time with all things that are like a cup for me, or all things that will bring me some sort of fulfillment, or advantage. Okay, it's like this is going to put you in a good position for him to um, want to do something to get your attention. Okay, but if he's doing things, if he starts doing things that are just maybe around you, right, there could be something where you guys are pleasant with each other and you'll just kind of smile and stuff. But what you want to do is you want to wait for him to like start saying things to you, right? But prior to that point, just know that he's just trying to figure things out and see, what's going on. Okay. Okay, anything else here for Angie, please, divine on this? Oh, wow. So the Hierophant card keeps coming out for his energy, so he's very adamant. Look, he's stopping himself from giving you something he feels he would actually want to give you, but he's stopping himself because he doesn't want to be a red flag in any kind of situation. Okay. um he feels like he needs to uphold a certain position, or he needs to uphold something, so he just feels like he has to stop himself. But this is more of him waiting to see if something could be successful, right, before he offers it. So this pentacle, it's like the pentacle isn't the, it's like the longest offer, right, but it's like, you got to make sure you can give this offer, sort of thing. um Okay, but I do see as well that he felt content with granting you the place, right? There's something that like he already, it's like he felt good about that, and now it's like, okay, he wants to wait a while before he like shows too much like happiness towards you, um, before he lets his full energy show, sort of. It's like he just wants to uphold something for a while. um. Okay, he also feels like if someone else was to like show up for you, he wouldn't really be able to stop it. So, what's the word? Yeah, I feel like he kind of doesn't want any issues either. Okay. But he's looking at what you're committed to. That's what he's trying to figure out. He's trying to see like what do you commit yourself to over a long period of time. So he feels like, okay, if you're dating, then like if he gives it time, like you see you dating, right? He thinks, okay, if you're committed to like you, yourself, your work, your goals, like he'll see you doing that. If you're committed to like, your self-care, your energy, your child, like whatever it is, he just wants to see like what are your commitments. Okay. He also is kind of checking out like what do you honor, like what are your values, sort of thing. So if he doesn't budge, okay, um it's best for you to not budge, because it's kind of like a bit of a test also, because it's almost like, how I said like if you were to go and just like want to put it on him, sort of thing, um he'd probably want to front on the outside like he'd say no, but like I don't think he would. um but it's because if it was to ever happen like that, he could easily then after just like go back to being blocked, because he'd be like, okay, well, you came to me for it, and da da da. And obviously that's not the dynamic we even want to get into. Right, because if he's going to do anything, he has to do it in the right energy, and that comes when he's opened up, and that comes when he's got this trust base of this clarity. So it's more of he's aware that there's some people that may still come to him for this offer, right, even if he hasn't like presented it, but they kind of would assume that like, yeah, he'll want it, like he's a guy who'll be open to me if I give it to him, right? It looks like he could have been used to maybe some of these dynamics in the past, not necessarily people that he's lived with, but just like people that he might have come across, right, where there's been like a mutual attraction. Andy, I feel like he's come across the other version maybe once, kind of, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The point is, he's just trying to figure out where you fit in, right, and what you would do. Because although he might want to come across like, okay, maybe he would say no, or he would need, like, he'd want, it's like a back off approach. I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of a front, and he would be open to it if that was something you were to do. I'm kind of getting this um vibe here where it's like, yeah, that would just make him feel like he could just kind of stay in the energy that he's in, and then he wouldn't really have to come forward with an offer because like it's there. So obviously to avoid that, it's kind of showing me that the best approach would be like, yeah, you, like when you're watering like all your seeds, the things that you want to grow for yourself, he's gonna see that like, okay, um I kind of like, I don't know, he's just going to be able to um notice that he kind of likes your energy, he kind of sees what you're doing, and you know whenever you do come across him, you're happy, you're positive, but you're not, what's the word, it's like you're happy regardless of like how he is, okay? He's gonna notice that, and also he's going to at a certain point, I can see that once he sees that you're not paying as, like, you're not really um like you're just focusing on other things, okay, he's going to want to get your attention on him, okay, but he might do it by, at first he might do it by not showing much attention to see if that gets your attention. Then he's going to do it by, like, if he sees you doing something happy or positive or outside or with your son or whatever, he's going to try and like say something happy or positive, or like kind of interject something. You'll kind of be like, oh, okay, he's kind of giving a bit of energy, like, right? He knows that once he opens up and gives his energy, he knows he's giving like value, right? Because he kind of blocks that off when he's like in this whole trust and keeping things together, right? Um, but once he starts opening up his energy towards you and just extending that when you're like not even maybe even aware that he's about to walk past, then that's going to be a sign to say keep doing what you're doing, because he's going to do more of that, okay? Because he wants you to receive, okay? Because right now he's in his receptive energy, and we need to get him into like his giving energy, and you in this receptive energy, right? Because he's wanting to receive, okay? But I can see you've been giving him good energy, and that's where he feels content, he feels comfortable, right? And now we need this reciprocation. So, um, yeah. Well, I do feel like, yeah, you've probably already noticed he's already been like in a good, like, warm energy with you already, right? And I feel like he knows that I think he feels that, he's giving you a good sign that he feels pleased with you, or it could be the fact that he's like giving you this home, like he's granted you the home, right, or whatever agreements that you've made. There's something where he also wants to see like, will you honor the agreement? But yeah, I feel like he felt good about you, so he wanted to give this to you, and I feel like he's trying to see if that makes you like really happy with him, right? Even if he's like being a bit blocked. Um, but again, I don't think he's staying blocked for like long periods of time. I feel like it's just like a little thing that he kind of switches in and out of. But okay, like I was saying, I'm also getting something, like I said, about when him walking his dog. Okay, he might see you doing something with your son, and he might want to get involved. There's like a dynamic where there's like all three of you. Okay, it's like, I don't know if there's something like a game or some sort of sport, or going for a walk, or I don't know, there's something here where it's like he would have that inspired thought. He might say something. It could be you and your son doing something, and then like he kind of just like he kind of says something, right, and it just seems very positive. But Spirit is saying, let him see what you're doing, okay, for yourself, and how you're looking after yourself and how you feel good and happy. Let him feel your energy. Let him just like, because he wants to make it seem like he's not paying attention, but he is. So it's almost like use that um kind of to your advantage, right? um and then it's like once he's giving a bit more, right, of his energy and whatnot, it's going to be a very nice reciprocation between you both. It's going to make you feel a lot more positive, and you're just going to feel like he's just kind of coming more into like, you know, his actual energy, right, is showing it, is revealing more to you. So you're going to feel happy with this. You're going to see this as like signs. Okay, he'll start showing you more signs. Okay. So yeah, this is good because he doesn't know yet where things will go. Okay, so he'll just be open to see, and once he just start giving a bit more to you, he'll be doing it also to see like, okay, what signs he gets back from you in regards to that. Okay, to kind of know if you're happy about it and things. So I will get a romance card for you, hon, and that should answer the question. Divine Angel Spirit, guys, can get anything else here, please, for Angie and Rudy? Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, look, I was just talking about that, and appreciating your divinity. Very soon, clearly decide what you want now so that it comes to you. You are lovable and you deserve love. Wow. So again, it's kind of just saying, you know, as long as you know what you want, okay, and you're giving yourself all this like self-love and, you know, really just kind of appreciating yourself, he's going to notice this. And like I said, he'll be focusing on you. He's going to somewhat kind of feel like you deserve love, right? And this could be because he sees that you give a lot of love to yourself, or you give a lot of love to your child, and he's just going to want to do something that seems somewhat caring or somewhat nice, okay, even if that's just him giving you some living energy, right, and just being more open with his energy towards you as a start. But you notice this. And lastly, please, divine. Oh, romantic feelings. Wow, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I mean, like I said, this could start to happen very soon, right? There's just something about like letting something unfold naturally. Okay, letting him kind of feel um feel like he's got the pleasure of being in your energy, right? If you get what I'm saying. um yeah, it's like letting him aim for you, right? But you kind of doing the right things and positioning yourself right, and just being in the right energy and just kind of living yourself, your life. So this is gorgeous. Okay, he is going to notice that he's having some feelings, and he's going to want to explore them. Okay, and I feel like you will already notice this, so it will be something that will happen naturally. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, I will leave that there for you, hon. I do hope that was helpful. Do feel free to book a reading whenever you like, hon. And yeah, um, so have a blessed day. And again, congratulations on the new house. I do hope this all unfolds well for you. But yeah, hopefully talk soon, and take care, my love, and stay spiritually charged. Bye.